This plant is at the top of my list of wild edibles for three good reasons. First off, it's a great nutrient-rich food, and garlic mustard is also a highly invasive species, so anyone will be very happy and accommodating if you want to harvest it on their land. The third reason I love this plant so much is that it tastes amazing. If you love garlic, that is. It's a fairly strong flavor to it, but I happen to love it. So where and how do we find it? It grows in most temperate areas around the planet, so for those in tropical areas near the equator or in Arctic regions, it'll be harder to find. But garlic mustard grows in shaded areas that have been somehow disturbed, meaning historically they were cleared. It will happily move in to take over as the new ground cover. The plant will produce many seeds for next year's growth that will take up residence anywhere they find a bit of available soil. Once they do, they start to displace many other wonderful wild native plants. That's less diversity for us and for all the other critters and insects. You end up with a garlic mustard mess. The upside is you can harvest to your heart's content. The more, the better. Collect the leaves, collect the roots, share with everyone you know. Once you learn about the plant's virtues, you'll wish you'd known about it sooner. Garlic mustard is a biennial. That means that the plant grows for 2 years only. The first year, the plant produces a rosette of leaves that look like this. The leaves are kidney-shaped with these scalloped edges. The plant flowers the second year, sets seed, and then dies back. The flowering stalk grows about knee height. You can see the white flower has 4 petals in the shape of an X. To be sure you have the right plant, simply crush the leaves and check for the garlic aroma. It'll be pretty obvious. This plant is part of the mustard family of plants, so expect a slight kick in the flavor. It absolutely tastes like garlic. I think it's a bit more like a mild tasting garlic. For some people, it's fairly strong. Some people prefer to use the stems since they tend to have a more mild flavor, but I prefer to use the leaves. You can make the harvest most efficient by just harvesting the whole above the ground portion of the plant. Note the plants will become stronger in flavor and have a bit more bitter as they grow more mature throughout the season. For those of us that make a lot of pesto with our greens, this is the ultimate pesto herb. You don't even need to add garlic since the garlic mustard provides that flavor. It's truly a great tasting plant. For the pesto, all you need is 4 cups of garlic mustard, a half a cup of olive oil, a quarter cup of pine nuts, and salt to taste. Simply put all of the ingredients into a food processor and blend, and it's ready to go. This pesto can be used on pasta, vegetables, fish, or as a topping for crackers or even crostinis. You can also use the leaves and stems if you prefer in all different kinds of other dishes such as sandwiches, wraps. Use your imagination any way that you might use an arugula, for an example. It has sort of that similar kick of a flavor to it. It's actually in the same mustard family as arugula. The leaves are a good source of vitamins A and C, as well as a number of minerals that are commonly found in other wild food greens, although they are in a higher quantity in the garlic mustard. These include potassium, calcium, magnesium, selenium, copper, iron, and manganese. It's also a great source of fiber. The root is equally a great edible, although it doesn't get as much attention, which is unfortunate. If you harvest the entire plant, you are actually removing the garlic mustard out of the environment and therefore preventing it from going to seed and continuing to spread. You just simply pull up the entire plant with the root to get even more benefit from the harvest. The roots make a great substitute for any recipe calling for horseradish. Simply just grind up the root, again in a food processor, and use it in any recipe that would call for horseradish.